France has done it before. 2 World Cup finals in a row, 1 trophy, 1 heartbreaking defeat on penalties, and somehow, they still look like one of the deepest squads in world football. While other nations are searching for their next generation, France seems to produce elite talent every single year. From experienced superstars to fearless youngsters already starring for Europe's biggest clubs, this team has quality in every position. But here's the real question. When the 2026 World Cup begins, who actually starts? Having world-class players is one thing. Choosing only 11 of them is an entirely different challenge. With fierce competition across the pitch, several established stars could find themselves watching from the bench. And that's what makes this prediction so fascinating. Some selections are almost impossible to debate, while others could divide football fans across the globe. One surprise decision could completely change the balance of the team. So today, we're predicting France's strongest possible starting 11 for the 2026 World Cup, explaining every choice, the tactics behind the lineup, and why certain big names may miss out. But before we reveal the team, here's a question for you. Which French player absolutely has to be in your starting 11 no matter what? Let us know in the comments, because there are bound to be some controversial opinions. Let's begin with the tactical setup. France are expected to line up in a 4-2-3-1, a system that has consistently allowed them to combine defensive stability with explosive attacking football. The formation provides balance across the pitch, allowing creative players freedom while giving the defensive midfielders enough responsibility to protect the back line. With pace on both wings, technically gifted midfielders, overlapping fullbacks, and one of Europe's most dangerous forwards leading the line, this setup maximizes France's incredible squad depth. Let's start where every great team begins. Goalkeeper. Standing between the posts is Mike Maignan of AC Milan. Although France have several talented goalkeepers, Maignan remains the clear first choice thanks to his consistency, leadership, and ability with the ball at his feet. Modern football demands much more than simply making saves, and Maignan excels in every department. Over recent seasons with Milan, he has regularly ranked among Serie A's best goalkeepers, recording around 15 clean sheets in league competition while maintaining an impressive save percentage of roughly 75%. His passing accuracy frequently sits above 85%, making him a crucial part of building attacks from the back. His greatest strength isn't just his reflexes. It's his calmness under pressure. Whether facing a one-on-one situation or playing through an aggressive high press, Maignan rarely panics. That confidence spreads throughout the defense, allowing France to play a much higher defensive line. Another important factor is communication. France's defense features several players who enjoy stepping into midfield with the ball. Having a vocal goalkeeper organizing the line becomes absolutely essential. Compared to legendary French goalkeeper Hugo Lloris, Maignan brings a different profile. Lloris built his reputation on lightning-fast reactions and leadership, while Maignan combines elite shot-stopping with exceptional distribution, fitting perfectly into today's tactical demands. With him protecting the goal, France begin every match with one of the safest pairs of hands in international football. Now let's move to the heart of the defense. Right centre-back. The first centre-back is William Saliba of Arsenal. Few defenders have developed as rapidly over the past few years. Calm, composed, physically dominant, and incredibly intelligent, Saliba has established himself among Europe's elite defenders. For Arsenal, he has consistently helped produce one of the Premier League's strongest defensive records. His passing accuracy often exceeds 92%, while averaging around 2 interceptions, for recoveries, and nearly 70 completed passes per match. Those numbers highlight not only his defensive reliability but also his importance during possession. One of Saliba's biggest advantages is how comfortable he feels under pressure. Instead of clearing the ball aimlessly, he frequently drives into midfield, breaking opposition lines before finding teammates between the lines. His physical attributes make him equally dangerous in defensive duels. Standing over 6 feet 3 inches tall, he dominates aerial battles while possessing enough pace to recover against quick attackers. Perhaps most importantly, Saliba rarely dives into unnecessary tackles. His positioning allows him to intercept danger before it fully develops. As France continue building around younger leaders, Saliba looks ready to anchor this defense for many years to come. But every great center-back partnership needs the perfect complement. Left center-back. Alongside Saliba is Ibrahima Konaté of Liverpool. While Saliba provides elegance and composure, Konaté brings aggression, athleticism, and immense physical strength. Together, they create one of the most balanced center-back pairings in international football. At Liverpool, Konaté has regularly demonstrated why he's trusted in some of football's biggest matches. His duel success rate often approaches 70%, while he consistently ranks among the squad leaders in clearances and aerial victories. His recovery speed is another major asset. France's attacking philosophy naturally pushes the defensive line higher up the pitch, leaving space behind. Konaté's pace allows him to recover quickly whenever opponents attempt direct counterattacks. He's also an enormous threat from set pieces. Standing close to 1.94 meters tall, he frequently creates scoring opportunities with powerful headers, forcing defenders to devote extra attention whenever France win corners or free kicks. The chemistry between Konaté and Saliba continues to improve with every international window. One prefers reading the game early, while the other thrives in physical battles. Their contrasting strengths reduce each other's weaknesses, creating a partnership capable of competing with any attack at the World Cup. Together with Mike Maignan behind them, France possess a defensive spine built on composure, athleticism, communication, and world-class technical quality. It's a combination few national teams can match. But a modern defense isn't complete without attacking fullbacks capable of stretching the pitch, creating chances, and recovering defensively. France have several outstanding options on both sides, and choosing between them isn't easy. That's exactly where we'll head next. Now that the defensive spine is in place, it's time to look at the players responsible for turning defense into attack. In modern football, fullbacks aren't just defenders anymore. They're often the team's main source of width, helping stretch the opposition while creating overloads in wide areas. France have no shortage of quality here, but the balance of this team makes two names stand out. Right back. Starting on the right is Jules Koundé of Barcelona. Although naturally a centre-back, Koundé has become one of Europe's most dependable right-backs thanks to his intelligence, composure, and defensive discipline. Rather than constantly bombing forward, he provides balance, allowing France's more attack-minded players to take risks without exposing the back line. For Barcelona, Koundé has consistently ranked among the team's most reliable defenders, completing around 90% of his passes while averaging roughly 2 tackles and 1.5 interceptions per match. His decision-making is one of his greatest strengths. He rarely gets caught out of position and almost never rushes into unnecessary challenges. What makes him especially valuable is his versatility. If France lose possession high up the pitch, Koundé can immediately tuck inside to form a back three alongside Saliba and Konaté, giving the team extra protection during transitions. That tactical flexibility allows the left side to attack with greater freedom. While he may not produce huge numbers of goals or assists, his consistency makes everyone around him better. Sometimes, the smartest player isn't the one making the headlines, it's the one quietly ensuring the entire system works. Left back. On the opposite flank is one of the most explosive fullbacks in world football, Theo Hernández of AC Milan. Theo offers something completely different. His game is built on pace, power, and relentless attacking intent. Every time he receives the ball, defenders are forced backwards because they know he can beat them either with speed or sheer physical strength. Across recent seasons, Theo has regularly contributed around 4 to 6 goals and 6 to 8 assists in all competitions, remarkable numbers for a defender. His overlapping runs constantly create numerical advantages, especially when combining with France's left winger. He's also dangerous in transition. If France win the ball deep, Theo can carry possession over 50 meters in just a few seconds, instantly turning defense into attack. Few defenders in international football can match his ability to progress the ball at such speed. Defensively, he's become much more disciplined over the years. Earlier in his career, critics questioned his positioning, but experience has refined his game without sacrificing the fearless attacking style that makes him special. The contrast between Hernández and Konaté is intentional. One attacks relentlessly, while the other provides stability. That balance keeps France unpredictable. Now let's move into arguably the most important area of the pitch, the double pivot. Defensive midfielder. The first name in midfield is Aurélien Tchouaméni of Real Madrid. Even at a relatively young age, Tchouaméni has established himself as one of the world's premier holding midfielders. Calm under pressure, physically dominant, and tactically intelligent, he is the player responsible for keeping France balanced. His defensive numbers remain outstanding. He typically averages around 2.5 tackles, 2 interceptions, and completes nearly 90% of his passes. But statistics only tell part of the story. Tchouaméni excels at reading danger before it develops. Instead of chasing the ball, he positions himself intelligently to cut passing lanes, forcing opponents into mistakes. That awareness allows France's attacking players to stay higher up the field, knowing someone is protecting the defense. When France begin attacks, he's usually the first outlet. His ability to switch play quickly from one flank to the other stretches defensive blocks and creates space for runners. In many ways, he has become the heartbeat of this team. Central midfielder. Alongside him is another Real Madrid star, Eduardo Camavinga. Camavinga brings energy that few midfielders can match. His versatility is extraordinary. He has played as a defensive midfielder, central midfielder, left back, and even in more advanced roles whenever required. His greatest weapon is progression. Whether through quick passing combinations or powerful carries through midfield, Camavinga constantly drives the team forward. He averages around 2 successful dribbles, 2 tackles, and maintains a pass completion rate above 89%. He's also relentless without the ball. France's pressing system depends on midfielders who can recover possession quickly, and Camavinga thrives in those situations. His stamina allows him to cover enormous distances throughout 90 minutes. The chemistry between Camavinga and Tchouaméni has grown significantly thanks to their time together at Real Madrid. They already understand each other's movements instinctively. When one pushes forward, the other naturally stays back. That understanding is incredibly valuable in tournament football, where every mistake can be decisive. Together, they provide the perfect blend of strength, creativity, and defensive security. But every great midfield also needs a player capable of unlocking stubborn defenses. Attacking midfielder. Occupying the number 10 role is Michael Olise, whose creativity has made him one of France's most exciting attacking options. Blessed with exceptional vision, close control, and a deadly left foot, Olise brings unpredictability between the lines. He excels at receiving the ball under pressure, turning quickly, and finding passes that many players wouldn't even attempt. Across recent club seasons, Olise has consistently produced impressive attacking numbers, contributing roughly 10 or more goals and double-digit assists while ranking among his league's leaders for chances created per 90 minutes. His technical quality also transforms France's attack. Instead of relying purely on pace, Olise slows the game when necessary, drawing defenders out before slipping perfectly weighted passes into dangerous areas. Imagine defenders trying to stop Mbappe's runs while Olise has time on the ball. That's a nightmare for almost any back line. His movement also complements France's midfield perfectly. Tchouaméni and Camavinga control possession from deeper positions, while Olise operates in the pockets of space just behind the striker, constantly linking midfield and attack. With 4 positions remaining, France's attacking firepower is only about to get even more frightening. Next, we'll reveal the explosive front 3, explain how they fit together, and answer the biggest question of all: who leads the line for France at the 2026 World Cup? We've reached the most exciting part of the lineup. France's attack is stacked with world-class talent, and this is where Didier Deschamps, or whoever leads Les Bleus into the 2026 World Cup, will have the toughest decisions to make. The quality available means even elite forwards could find themselves starting on the bench. But based on current form, tactical fit, and the balance of the team, here's the front 3. Right wing. Starting on the right is Ousmane Dembélé. For years, Dembélé was known as one of football's biggest what-if stories because injuries constantly interrupted his progress. But when fully fit, few wingers in world football are as unpredictable. His greatest weapon is his ability to attack in either direction. Comfortable with both feet, defenders never know whether he'll cut inside, race down the line, or combine quickly with teammates. In recent seasons, he has regularly produced 10 goals and 15+ assists across all competitions while ranking among Europe's leaders in successful dribbles and chances created. His partnership with Jules Koundé is also important. Because Koundé tends to stay deeper, Dembélé receives the freedom to isolate defenders in one-on-one situations without worrying about leaving space behind him. Against tired defenses late in games, his acceleration can completely change the momentum of a match. Left wing. On the left, there is only one obvious choice: Kylian Mbappé. By 2026, Mbappé is expected to be the undisputed leader of the French national team and one of the greatest players of his generation. His World Cup record already places him among football's elite, and his combination of speed, finishing, and movement makes him almost impossible to contain. Across recent club campaigns, Mbappé has consistently delivered 30 to 40+ goals per season while adding numerous assists. His expected goals numbers remain among the highest in Europe, and he continues to rank near the top for progressive carries and shots on target. But statistics alone don't capture his impact. Every defense prepares specifically for Mbappé, yet he still finds ways to create decisive moments. His explosive first step forces defenders to retreat, opening space for teammates between the lines. That's where players like Michael Olise can thrive. His partnership with Theo Hernández is equally devastating. Theo's overlapping runs prevent defenders from double-marking Mbappé, while Mbappé's inside movements create space for Theo to attack down the flank. It's one of the most dangerous left-sided combinations in international football. Striker. Leading the line is Marcus Thuram. This may be the most debated selection in the entire team. France possess several talented forwards, but Thuram brings something unique. Rather than simply waiting inside the penalty area, he constantly drops deep, links play, presses defenders aggressively, and creates room for Mbappé and Dembélé to attack the spaces behind the defense. Recent seasons have seen Thuram produce approximately 18 to 20 goals while contributing valuable assists and ranking highly for successful pressures among attacking players. His physical presence also gives France another dimension. Against compact defenses, he can receive direct passes with his back to goal, allowing midfield runners to join attacks before turning quickly toward goal himself. That versatility makes him an excellent fit for this particular system. So, here's our predicted France starting 11 for the 2026 World Cup. Goalkeeper, Mike Maignan. Right back, Jules Koundé. Centre-backs, William Saliba and Ibrahima Konaté. Left back, Theo Hernández. Defensive midfield, Aurélien Tchouaméni. Central midfield, Eduardo Camavinga. Attacking midfield, Michael Olise. Right wing, Ousmane Dembélé. Left wing, Kylian Mbappé. Striker, Marcus Thuram. B-roll, animated formation with player movement. Now, take a step back and look at this team as a whole. Defensively, France have a goalkeeper comfortable playing out from the back, two commanding center-backs who complement each other perfectly, and full-backs offering the ideal balance between attack and defense. In midfield, Tchouaméni protects the back line while Camavinga drives the team forward with his energy and ball-carrying ability. Olise operates between the lines, linking midfield with attack and creating chances through his vision. Further forward, Dembélé stretches defenses on the right, Mbappé terrorizes opponents from the left, and Thuram occupies center-backs while creating space for everyone around him. That's what makes this team so dangerous. Every player has a clearly defined role, but they're also flexible enough to rotate positions during matches. Mbappé can drift centrally. Thuram can pull defenders wide. Olise can move into half spaces. Theo Hernández can overlap at full speed, while Camavinga fills the gap behind him. Those constant rotations make France incredibly difficult to defend against. And then there's the bench. Imagine introducing fresh players capable of changing the game in the final 20 minutes. France's squad depth is arguably unmatched. Whether it's explosive young talents, experienced internationals, or versatile midfielders, very few countries can match the quality waiting on the sidelines. That's why many fans already consider France one of the favorites to lift the trophy in North America. Of course, talent alone never guarantees success. The World Cup has always rewarded teams that stay healthy, adapt tactically, and perform under enormous pressure. We've seen heavily favored nations fall early before, while disciplined teams have gone much further than expected. France certainly have enough quality to reach another final, but can they go one step further and become world champions again? Now it's your turn. Did we get this starting 11 right, or would you make changes? Should Marcus Thuram start up front, or would you choose someone else? Is Michael Olise already France's best option as the number 10? And which player do you think will be the biggest difference maker at the 2026 World Cup? Share your own starting 11 in the comments, we'll be reading them all. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more predicted World Cup lineups, tactical analysis, and football content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next prediction. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.